Waikato Stadium will host the final regular season match for these two sides as they run out, both competing for a playoff spot in the postseason. It's going to come down to points and all other teams in the competition to see who's going to take those final spots in the Highlanders' career this season. Hello everyone and welcome along to Cornflakes Group, your home of Rugby Challenge 2 in the Highlanders career mode, where we are into the final regular season match of Season 1, and the fixtures list has done a magnificent favour for the competition, with the Chiefs and the Highlanders just separating each other by a few points heading into this round 20 final match. And we are, well, so close between these two teams as to who will go into the postseason playoffs. Will it be both of them? Will it be neither of them? Or who knows? Who knows, because we still have one full round of fixtures to go, and a win here today for either of these two sides will all but guarantee them a spot in the playoffs next week. So the Chiefs, they are sitting second on the table at the moment. They are ahead of the Highlanders by just a couple of points. Their recent form has been big wins, beating the Hurricanes 29-19 and thrashing the Crusaders 52-0 in their last two fixtures. So they're going to be a tough side to beat for the Highlanders, and at home it couldn't get any better. The Highlanders have made their last effort at Forsyth Bar, hoping they might return there in the postseason, but that is still yet to be determined. There's still changes coming into the squad. Of course, you guys making your choices on who to play each week, and as always, taking those thoughts into consideration for all the matches. The changes we have today see Thorne return, a bit of a mix-up in the back row of the scrum of Hardy and Rob Shaw swapping some places around. Nasi Manu keeps the spot as number 8. He's been great since he's come into the squad. Francois Hogarth, after his match-winning heroics last week against the Crusaders, he goes back to the number 9 jumper, and Aaron Smith drops out of the starting 15. Rennie Ranger returns on the left wing, and Robbie Robinson will start on the right wing. Changes all about on the wings, but don't worry, leading try scorer Sharon Stowers will remain at outside centre as one of your suggestions. Wesley Fofana also returns in the number 12 jumper, and a whole new look backline just about. So vital points up for grabs here for one of these two sides. Who's going to grab it? Who's going to take this game by the scruff of the neck? As it's the Chiefs who kick off, playing in their home strip of the black, and the Highlanders will be in the usual blue from them as Robinson gets an early touch, and that'll be good for his confidence to get that, but he won't want to lose it, which he's just done, and it is the Chiefs. Oh, that is a huge tackle. Hogarth has just ripped Cruden's head off. That is massive. He won't get a card, luckily for the Highlanders, but what it does give, is an interesting call here from the Chiefs not to go for 3. You would imagine today is all about winning. I'm surprised that either side would care too much about bonus points at this stage. It is just about getting as high up that table as possible. That throw wasn't straight, but it's taken from Fitzgerald at the front, and it's knocked on from Cruden, who looks a bit shaky after that big hit. Coltman goes back to Sexton, who just puts it to his boot. He was in an awful position for a kick, and Muliaina takes it at the back, and the Chiefs run it back nicely. Kane giving the short pass away, and Sexton has to come up from fullback to make the tackle. Turnover though, good turnover, and Rob Shaw playing on the open side today, gets it away to Winnie Ranger. Good ball inside to Fofana. Now, where's the Frenchman going to go? He goes over the top, not backing his aggression that time, but it is in touch. Terero Barlow putting a foot on the paint, claiming that little chip kick from Fofana. How surprising was it to see him chip? Coltman will throw in. Retallican, the middle, takes it down. Hogarth, Fofana on the ball again. Stowers, look at this from Sherwin Stowers. He's broken them in half. And a high tackle from Muliaina. Stowers has got up. Stowers has played it anyway. He's going to score for the Highlanders. A quick tap right on the mark, and Sherwin Stowers dots another one on his impressive try-scoring list. It was easy, it was simple, and only one player could have possibly stopped him, and that was Karabarlo. Hogarth was there scratching his head. He was unsure what was going on. It's normally the scrum halves that do that sort of silly antics, but not that time. Schoenstowers dots down with another fantastic try, and the Highlanders lead this one early on. 5-0, kick to come. Sexton on hand, hits it nicely, holding his line. Oh, that was a very difficult kick, and he's made it look easy. Sexton nails it. He was off colour last week, but he looks a lot better today. Already chasing his kicks hard and getting involved in this match. Muliaina will kick off for the Chiefs. Up he goes. Oh, Fofana just plucked that one out of the grasp of Karbalo. Could have been trouble. Here's Fofana going to Hogarth. He changes his mind and changes the direction. Here's Nasimanu, not involved in running much. Already Ranger. Ranger goes straight into Muliaina, and that is a monstrous crash. And they both go to the ground in a pile heap right on halfway. Slow ball coming back for Coltman. He goes wide for Fofana, has been impressive already. Stowers, Stowers could make trouble himself here. No fullback in place. He went through the little hole, but just the Chiefs' defence getting a hold of him. Tamiafuna. He's going to go for a bit of a scamper. The big prop. Look at him go. He gives it to Robbie Robinson, who passes it to the Chiefs, and Squire says thank you very much. He goes to ground on the 10-metre line, and now they look to use the backs. Horrell at first receiver. Gets caught, held up there nicely. Now they look to the left side. It's Squire again. Short pass for Salah. It's Alfiaki taking it off to Cruden. Going nowhere quickly here are the Chiefs. Karbalo, big shot on Karbalo. And the Highlanders normally like to get in after a player going backwards. Here's Cortez going wide. Nice ball. Good ball for Ngatai. Tikanatuma. Nicely in the space, giving it to Sam Cane. They spread it from left to right. It's Aaron Cruden. He chips ahead over the top of Ranger. Ranger gets it. And he goes back in the field of play. Brilliant work from Rennie Ranger. The Chiefs though, the Chiefs got it right back. Sexton's offside. Coltman puts a hammering in. Oh, but I think it's a forward pass from the Chiefs. I thought Sexton was offside. Take a look at Sam Cane. Oh,
Crouch.
That was mighty close to being a try if the pass wasn't forward. The Chiefs need that too. Boy, they need that. They don't get it now, and it's a scrum to the Highlanders. And a good scrum too. Hogarth goes all the way back to Sexton. Right back on his own dead ball line. And he can only manage getting it up to the 22. But it is pressure relieved a touch. And the 7-0 lead is held intact for now. Line out on the 5-metre line. What's going on there? The Chiefs have got away with a sneaky one. And now they're looking to use the forwards. Oh, brilliant try from Messam. Liam Messam discharged his way all to the try line. A fantastic try from Messam. Watch this. How they got the line out on the 5-metre line, I don't know. But this was just amazing. Muliaina, look at him, just drag the defence. The Tamiafuna tackle just went all the way with Liam Messam. Look at this. This is just pure strength from Messam. How did he even get that close to the line, let alone get it down? That's why that man wears a black jersey. International time is all his name. Cruden with a chance to tie it up here. Easy kick for Cruden. And he makes it 7 apiece. The Chiefs and the Highlanders, where Cruden just looks like he's won the competition. But premature there. But this is going to be a vital point-scoring match for someone. Whoever can win it will guarantee themselves a place in the semis. Kicked off from Sexton. He goes to the right-hand side. Oh! Greatly taken from Afiaki. The big props are in everything at the moment. The Chiefs, Karbalo goes nicely offside there. As Cruden busts through. Massive hole for Cruden. Now they spin it wide for Tikotuma. Throws a dummy. Oh, brilliant tackle from West. That is class from Ohio West. And he's been penalised now. Trying to turn it over. Hands in the ruck. Could have possibly been a yellow card, because that is about as professional foul as you can get. He had no support whatsoever. If the Chiefs got that quickly out of the ruck, it was curtains for another try. He's given away a penalty though, and Cruden will line up a shot. It's going to go unpunished. Oh, unbelievable. Stowers gets it and he'll put it down in the midst of a tackle from Fitzgerald. And we'll head to the break. The Highlanders show an episode of the great escape there to end out the half. How did they not get any points from that, the Chiefs? Unbelievable stuff. The try should have been scored. Ohio West with a massive tackle to save the 5-pointer from Tikotuma. And then Cruden's kick off the pole. Wow, what an end to the half from these two sides in this round 20 match of Super Rugby. The point scorers from this game, whoever takes the 4 or 5 points, will be the team to go through to the next round, to go through to the playoffs. The next stage of the competition, as we have a look at some stats, and it's 60-40 all the Chiefs here. Not much else separating them. The Highlanders have made a couple of extra line breaks, and the Chiefs, wow, I'm surprised, a couple of extra handling errors. But apart from that, it's all tied up. It's close as you like. Even Stevens at half-time here. 7-all, the Highlanders and the Chiefs in this final round-robin fixture of the Super Rugby competition. This one deciding who will take second place in the New Zealand Conference. Oh, it's going to be an exciting end to this match to see who's going to be playing in the preliminary finals. Stick around for that. We have still a half of rugby to go though, so let's get back down to the action. The Highlanders set to get us back underway through Sexton. The left side has been highly productive from the Highlanders this season, and once again they go that way. Stowers waits for it, Holgard's there, and it's Stowers who comes away with it. Nasimanu puts in a poor effort, drops the ball out the back door, and the Highlanders get it now through Rob Shaw. West, oh West, he's made a good break on defence. That superb tackle on Tikotuma. At this time he gets hammered. Ranger on the left wing. Nice play from Ranger. Gives space to Fofana. He's looking for Robinson. Robinson gets a shoddy old pass. Rob Shaw can't find Stowers and then gets bundled into touch. Fitzgerald making a couple of telling tackles either side of half time. And Stowers, the unfortunate man to get the end of that play. But what could have been there? Fofana. And Robinson is a stolen and Hoggard goes for a little scamper. Now he's got Stowers. Oh, Stowers is hit high. That's massive. Huge shot from Nano Williams. Stowers taps once again. He's through. No, he stopped just nicely from Miliaina, shutting him down in the corner. Retallick, Coltman, big passes for Robinson. Oh, just about sliding in between a couple of defenders. Hoggard, oh, the hero from last week. Oh, Tikotuma, he's picked up the loose play, and away come the Chiefs through Cruden. On the 22, he's wrapped up, and the forwards piling in. Kane, nicely away, Natai, giving it to Afiaki. Oh, look at this from Afiaki. Through about 4 players, giving it off to Salah. Now it's Cruden, wide for Tikotuma. Back inside for Cruden. It's Cruden on 6. Oh! Cruden on Sexton, and that is a nasty tackle. That is as bad as they get. Sexton's going to get a big penalty here, a yellow card to boot. Rob Shaw's in disgrace. He can't believe what's going on. The Highlanders lose their fullback for 10 minutes, and the Chiefs will line up this elusive penalty for the second time. He missed one from a similar spot just before the break. This one, he hits it nicely. Does it have the legs? That's the question. No. It's picked up from John Hardy, and he runs away with it. Gives it to West. West to Fofana. Fofana's away. He's gone from Natai. Now he's got it to Ranger. Rennie Ranger down the left. See you later. Don't bother chasing him, Carpalo. Rennie Ranger gets the try, man in the bin. No worries. What a try from the Highlanders. That is class. The Chiefs look to slow it down. They look to get the 3 points. But the bust away is just sublime. Look at this. Rennie Ranger. He's got the speed and pace to get away from most players around these parts. And he did that with relative ease. Once again, architectured by Wesley Fofana. He has been in his best form today again. Telling breaks all day long and then feeding the passes to his wingers. Lucky players are Ranger and Robinson at the moment. Being fed, and oh, of course, with Sexton off the field, the pressure kick goes to the youngster. Ihaya West. What can he not do, this man? Don't put kicks on there because he's nailed that one. He is a gem, an absolute gem in this Highlanders jumper is Ihaya West. He nails the conversion. It's 14-7. The Highlanders holding a 1-try, 7-point lead as the Chiefs kick off once again. Up it goes, a stolen Kurbalo, nicely done. Pops it out wide. Oh, good ball to Tikoratuma from Squire. And Tikoratuma gets it inside. Brilliantly. What a try for Hurrell. And Hurrell, he instantly replies for the Chiefs. It's now a 2-point game. What a play from Hurrell. But it was launched here from Kurbalo, giving it to Squire. What a pass from Squire. That was just matched by that man, Tikoratuma, in the tackle. He just gives that short pass off, and Andrew Hurrell does the rest. Support play here from the Chiefs is second to none. Twice they did the tackle short ball, and twice they have been rewarded. Andrew Hurrell benefits on this occasion. But how important is this kick, and the way Kroon has been kicking today? Well, would you put your house on this? Cruden, 61 gone, hits the conversion, and it is good. It is quite nice indeed. Cruden likes it, and the Chiefs tie it all back up, 14 apiece. This is some match we have on our hands here. Sexton still unable to come back from the bin. So it will be Ihaya West to kick us off. He keeps with the tactic, goes left side, and Robbie Robinson's chasing hard, but is stolen nicely from Tanana Williams. Nice ball inside for Salah. He runs through. Fofana takes him down eventually. The Frenchman tries to turn up over, but he can't get it. Squire goes for a run before giving it away to Hurrell again, and Hurrell breaks half a gap. Squire, he's been destructive. Now they go for Cruden. Cruden for Kurbalo. Brilliant spot tackle from Kurbalo from Rob Shaw. And the captain making an impact in the number 7 jumper. The Highlanders waiting for slow ball. They may get the turnover. They do. Thorne. Fofana. What can he conjure up this time? Stowers has been quiet in the second spell. He gives space to Hardy. Hardy looks and whoa, another high tackle. This time Muliaina's in trouble. No chance for a quick play. The ref says stop all things. And it's a yellow card for both fullbacks. Unbelievable stuff here. Sexton's returned as Muliaina's gone off. What extreme circumstances we've got here. The two fullbacks eye each other on their way past, one returning, one departing. And will we see Muliaina for the rest of this match? Oh, what a telling yellow card that could be. 5-man line out here for the Highlanders. Goes down to Holgard. Can he repeat his heroics? Robshaw pops it up for West. West runs to Nasi Manu. He looks for the gap for Fana. Short play. Oh, nice short play too for Ranger. Ranger through one. Oh, and a big hit. Massive hit from Tikoratuma. Puts Rennie Ranger into touch. Oh, well, the circumstance that no one considered here was this match to be a draw. Line out for the Chiefs. It goes nicely to the middle. And Carter takes it down. And they drive on Carter. The Highlanders not committing too many players at all. Afiaki goes to Hurrell. Oh, massive shot. Big shot coming in from Manu. Now it's another short play to Tikoratuma. He goes to ground. Nothing involved here for the Chiefs. Oh, now they've lost it. And here it is, West. Stowers. Oh, there's numbers out here. It's going to be a try. Oh, no, it's a high tackle from Kurbalo. Fofana gets up. Fofana goes. And Fofana will score. The buzzer will go. Fofana dots down. And the Highlanders will take this so important victory. Wesley Fofana, man of the match. Don't even question it. He has been outstanding. It was the lead up to this. Fofana was just trying and waiting for, was it Carabalo who made the high tackle, I think, to commit to him. He was looking to feed Robbie Robertson, who was lurking, unmarked. It was 2-on-1. It had to happen. But wow, what a match. The Chiefs, though, will get the bonus point. Sexton back from the bin. Oh, and he is seriously flustered. He's had a good first half, Sexton, but a very poor second. The Highlanders, though, they get the win they're after. 3 tries, so 4 points for the Highlanders at Waikato Stadium, beating the Chiefs in an amazing encounter. It was close, it was tight all the way through, but that man on screen, Wesley Fofana, he was the difference. Carabalo, he was involved for so many reasons for the Chiefs, bad and good, but in the end it was the Highlanders who have run out 19-14 victors here in this final round 20. Final round robin fixture for this first season of Super 15 here with the Highlanders. 2 tries to 3, and we can have a look through the scorers for the Chiefs. Messam and Horrell, that try from Messam was just destructive, pure destruction from Messam. Horrell scored a good try on the back of a couple of sublime plays from Tikuratuma earlier on. Cruden got 2 conversions from 2 attempts to give the Chiefs 14 points. The 19 for the Highlanders coming from tries from Ranger, Fofana and Stowers. Dotting up one more was Sharon Stowers, playing at outside centre today. Will we see him there next week? Will we even see the Highlanders next week? West and Sexton got a conversion apiece. Of course, Ohio West taking over the kicking duties, whilst Sexton was in the sin bin for the high tackles aplenty from everyone. There was a lot of high tackles. Let's see if they're in their stats here. No, they're not, but penalties are, which is good enough. 4-3. The Chiefs giving away 4. That is quite a high number of penalties for this match. Line breaks 5-10. The Highlanders were very good. Line breaks 10. Fofana probably made a good 6-8 of those by himself, and he was the outstanding player of the match for the Highlanders. Possession and territory was close, just as the scoreline was, and tackles close to there as well. Yellow cards, 1 apiece, both fullbacks, and interestingly, well, they never made an impact, really. The Chiefs go down to the Highlanders by 5 points. That is 4 points for the Highlanders. Let's see who will be in the preliminary finals. Will the Highlanders have a couple more games yet this season? Or will we be off to season 2? Is it contract negotiations? Or is it playoffs footy? Okay, so a recap of round 20 before we look at anything exciting. And there's the Highlanders at the top of the list, beating the Chiefs 19-14. Second on the list, the Crusaders. Oh, the Crusaders finally get a win, 30-15 over the Rebels. Good stuff for the Crusaders. Hopefully a better season 2 from those guys. The Blues thrash the Hurricanes. They've just been an unstoppable force. Waratahs take out the Force. Brumbies do the Reds. And the Sharks beating the Bulls 39-7. Big scoreline there. The Stormers round out the round robin with a 32-12 win over the Lions. Now let's have a look at the standings before we go too far. The Highlanders take out second spot in the New Zealand Conference, equal points, mind you, over the Chiefs, but I presume it either goes to most wins or results against the other side. So beating the Chiefs twice this season by virtue of something like that, it is the Highlanders who take second spot. The Chiefs, though, third, both with 55 points. Let's have a look at the other countries' conferences here. South Africa, the Sharks easily take out the pool, but the Bulls, only on 45, will not be ahead of either the Chiefs or the Highlanders. In Australia, the Waratahs, they take top spot, 59, but the Brumbies, well, they will be the 6th place qualifiers for this season. So that means the Highlanders have done it. They have qualified for the preliminary finals. Let's have a look at the fixtures. Whoop, we have to go to the bottom. And ironically enough, it is the Highlanders who will be facing the Chiefs, virtue of finishing above them. So the Highlanders were the 4th place finishers. They finished of the best 2nd place side, or the 4th place team out of everyone except for conference winners. So the Highlanders will host the Chiefs for the preliminary final. That will leave the other preliminary final, the Waratahs against the Brumbies. Oh yes, that is the Australians. So it was the Waratahs who were the lowest of the top 3. They faced the Brumbies, who were the 6th place qualifying side, and of course the Waratahs winning that, so they will face the Sharks in the semi-final. Oh no, we have a big match though. If the Highlanders manage to win, it will be arch rivals from this season anyway, the Blues in the semi. The Blues will be at home for that one. Wow, that's massive. That is huge. The Blues are the only side to do the double, well, to beat the Highlanders convincingly. They did them twice, and they may well be together again for the semi-final. That will be at Eden Park, I have no doubt about that. The Sharks and the Waratahs will be the other, and then it is just the final after that. So let's go back to see this preliminary final. It is the Highlanders at home, Forsyth Bar. They return one last time to face the Chiefs, and we have a mail message. Let's have a look what this is. Club is qualified for the 2014 finals. Emails from the Highlanders management were sent out today to all club members and fans after their side had qualified for the 2014 Super Rugby playoffs. Success together, they say. A full house is expected when the Highlanders meet the Chiefs next weekend for what promises to be an enthralling match. Chris Robshaw had something to say. What did you have to say, Chris? There's excitement in the air. Oh, goodness me. Dearie me. So there you go. The Highlanders are in the preliminary finals. They will face the Chiefs, and that will be next time on the Highlanders Career Mode Season 1. A success already as they finish 2nd in the New Zealand Conference. The Highlanders finishing 4th overall as well. And Ben Smith will be back for next week. So leave your team that you want to see. Players, how did Stelwards go in the centres? Rob Robinson at the back. Oh, there's all sorts of interesting things for this next match. So leave it in the comments, and I'll see you all next time for more Super Rugby with the Highlanders Career. Thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Until then, take care.